Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're a couple of minutes late, but we were waiting for some folks to get online. I want to thank you for joining us this evening to learn more about the newly formed U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. I have a presentation that will help me to introduce you to the new association that we just launched on June 9th. Many folks have asked me, like, why another Chamber of Commerce or another business association where there are so many in the country so far? And hopefully through this presentation, I'll be able to answer some of those questions. And I'm gonna try to make it very straight to the point because I know time is valuable and some of you need to have dinner if you're in the West Coast, and if you're in the East Coast, you probably go to bed at night. So I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. So let me start by sharing my presentation. Let's see how this works out. So we started the US Business Association, like I said, on June 9th. And many folks have asked us, like, what is it all about? Why is it important to have another business association like USBC in the country? And my answer to all of them has been very simple. It's right now, because of what we are living in our country and in our world, this pandemic is forcing small businesses to have a stronger presence online. We know that a lot of small businesses in the past 4 months have been able to survive because of their online presence and their ability to be able to sell online or connect with potential clients to their online platforms. So a little background about the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. Um, I've been involved with business associations for the last 12 years through the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, and in all those years, I realized that there are still a lot of small businesses that are interested in connecting online, in selling their products and services online, but they don't know how to do it or where to get help from. And that's how the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce was born in 2008, with the idea of helping Hispanic-owned businesses to understand how they could use technology as a business tool to promote their products and services. So, being that for 12, being doing that for 12 years, I can tell you that until this day, there are still many, many businesses in our country that they lack that digital presence, and they want to know how they can start selling their products and services online. So, what is the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce? Sorry, I'm having. Okay. The U.S. Business Association of E-commerce is an online business association. I'm gonna have to get familiarized with the timing with the slides. So I think they're. I'm using a new software here for the live stream, and I'm just getting familiarized with it. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay, number 2, because that is. Let's see if there it is. Stay there, and let me go back to screen so I can see. I was saying the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. It's an online business association, and we are unlocking the power of communities and networks to grow your business. So chambers of commerce have played a very key role in our economy throughout decades. And I really don't see that changing despite what we're living right now. I still believe that chambers of commerce, business association are going to play a key role in the recovery of our economy over the next couple of years because of what has happened with this pandemic. So having an online business association that can support small businesses that are interested in selling their products and services online, an online business association that can connect with business leaders and elected officials that are interested in growing the digital economy in the US. That's the reason why we exist, and that's why we're so excited about the stuff that we're going to be working on over the next years. So to be able to provide this service to businesses that are already trusting on us, we have hosted our association in a digital platform. For those of you that are not familiarized with the platform economy, probably in another live I'll be sharing like how big that it's growing. I think that those chambers of commerce and business associations that will stay relevant in today's marketplace with everything that we're going through right now, they must have a very strong digital presence. And I'm not just saying about social media presence, I'm talking about having a platform that will allow interactions amongst members and strategic partners and stuff like the value that an online ecosystem like this can create, especially these days, is very important and it's going to be very critical for us moving forward. So we invested a lot of time and resources in building this platform to provide the products and services that we want to provide to the members of the U.S. Business Association. When I'm talking about an ecosystem, let me show you this slide real quick. I'm talking about different strategic partners that will play a key role in the economic empowerment of the small businesses that are part of our organization. And I'm just not talking about other business associations which are currently disconnected. Like if you think about this, there are more than 5,000 or 4,000, I believe, business chambers of commerce in the country, and each one of us have our own little environment, right? Some of the chambers of commerce are very local, some are state business associations, some others are national, right? But in any level that you see them, they are completely disconnected. So our goal is to start integrating some of these business associations that want to collaborate with us to give their businesses, their members, more exposure online. There is going to be one marketplace where they are going to be able to accomplish that. That's why we created this ecosystem that will allow us to engage in a more meaningful way with our strategic partners, with other business associations that can provide value to the work that we're doing and to the work that they're doing in their communities. And that's why I, I strongly believe that chambers of commerce and business associations, business groups are not gonna disappear or become irrelevant, because right now we can see with the pandemic, uh, the SBA and other federal entities were relying on our work to be able to channel those the funding and all the resources that were coming from the federal government. We were used as channels to distribute information, knowledge, access to connections, capital, etc. So our work as business associations is relevant and is gonna stay very relevant moving forward, especially now as we are rebuilding our economy. So this is the business ecosystem that we're planning to create under the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. I'm very interested in connecting with Black-owned businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses, Asian American-owned businesses, LGBT-owned businesses. We want to connect with institutions that can provide us access to educational resources that we can distribute with our membership. We want to collaborate with corporations that are engaged and committed to support the small business community. Unfortunately, like for example, in San Diego, I'm based in San Diego, and I'll tell you a little about the story of how we wanted to launch USBAEC in DC, our legal address and offices there. Unfortunately, because of a pandemic, that plan had to change. But going back to San Diego, in San Diego, we have very few corporations and very few that are engaged with the community. I think right now it's key for any corporation, large corporation in our country, who is socially responsible and who is willing to engage with the business community. This is a time to do it. I mean, we need your help, and it is important that you conduct a very detailed assessment of where you're going to put your sponsorship dollars, because before pandemic, sponsoring a gala, sponsoring an event with 300, 400, 1,000 people, with elected officials, business leaders, that was a great way to invest sponsorship dollars. Right now, because what we're living and because of the struggles that the business community are going through right now, it is important to reach out to corporations that are interested in engaging and supporting the business community and telling them, look, we have this proposal for you where we are going to support X amount of businesses in the community to help to rebuild the economy. Sponsoring events, since we're not going to be that many events in the next few months, now if you want to put that money to work and for good use, there are many chambers of commerce that are doing a great job in our communities, and you have to engage with them in a very meaningful way. So this is the business ecosystem that we're trying to build. The for the U.S. business commerce in the next 90 days are pretty much the bread and butter of our organization. And I'm going to tell you why. When you are a new business association, and believe me, I know exactly what it feels to be in that position, because when I launched the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce in 2008, there were many folks in this area that were against that project, because they were saying, why two Hispanic chambers of commerce in San Diego? But the reason behind was like I knew at that time that the local chamber, Hispanic chamber, wasn't doing a good job at engaging businesses with technology and innovative ways to do business in the marketplace. Pitch a proposal, didn't work, rejected it for almost 2 years, and that's how I came out with the idea of the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce. Now, because of all those conversations that we have had over the years with non-Hispanics and people that support the digital economy and stuff, this was the time to come out with a concept that will help us to reach out to anyone interested in doing business online, to any business leader interested in promoting the digital economy in the US, to anyone supporting e commerce and supporting family owned businesses who really want to, like break that cycle that has been in their families for generations, the wealth cycle. So, going back to my presentation, we are going to be working on these items for the next 90 days. We want to attract, I'm sorry, supply first. And what I mean by that is that we need to keep inviting companies that we believe that are going to add value to the ecosystem that we're building, whether it's products and services. You're going to be adding value to our ecosystem. Right now, we have 116 businesses since we launched on June 9th. If we stay with these 116, we can still get our job done, and we're going to be working for those companies. But if we want to bring over like more people to the site searching for products and services, we need more products and services. And that's why for the next 90 days, I'm going to be talking every day, throughout the day, with different business owners and entities that can help to provide valuable supply to the marketplace. Now, e-commerce. Since we launched the business portal, everyone is asking like, how come there is no a shopping cart? You are the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, and you do not have e-commerce in your site. And my answer was is like we're working on it, and in less than 30 days, that application in our platform will go live. So your feedback as a member or as someone visiting our site is key for us to keep optimizing the business ecosystem, to keep building up what we already have in mind. So your feedback is key for us, and we appreciate any single recommendation that you can provide us that can help the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce to provide the value and the resources that small businesses are needing right now. So e-commerce is another priority for us, and we will get that done in the next 30 days. We are not trying to compete with Amazon. We're not trying to be the next Shopify. I'm just going to tell you why we are adding an e-commerce application to our site. Our resources, I mean, we don't have the staff that Amazon has, or we don't have the staff that Shopify has, but we know one thing. Right now in the US, there are over 30 million small businesses in the country, and more than half do not have a website. So the way that I see this situation right now, it's an economic priority. We need to have 100% of small businesses, or at least 90% of small businesses in America to have an online presence. Because if we have all these talented entrepreneurs out there with an online presence selling their products and services to the world, they are going to promote economic development in their communities, in their state, and nationwide. So our economy will get stronger if we make sure that every small business in America has a digital presence. So if someone comes to us and say like, I want to sell online, and we sell that, we always tell them like, go to Amazon, go to Shopify, go to start using WooCommerce. You have a WordPress, get this e-commerce plugin, etc. We're always recommending them options so they can start selling their products and services online, but they either don't have the technology knowledge, they don't have the time to do it. So if someone wants to start selling online, fast and simple, now we will have a very, very simple, straightforward e-commerce application in our site to at least help our members to sell their products and services online. That's our goal. We want to be able to, like, we cannot be jumping from platform. You know, like I said, we don't have that big staff in mind. If we get 1,000 businesses that all of a sudden say, "Oh, can you help me with Shopify? Can you help me with Amazon?" It would be impossible. But if we have them under one ecosystem, we can say like, "Hey, you can start here, and then we're going to invite someone from Shopify or from Amazon to teach you how to start selling your products and services in all those online marketplaces." And I'm going to get to that point in a minute about the importance of online marketplaces for economic development. So e-commerce is another priority. The referral program is another priority for us. We want business owners and members to know that we have a referral program. We have a referral program where, because oftentimes you ask us like, can I put my logo, like, I'm sorry, can I put your logo on my website, or can I refer you like to other business owners and stuff? That's very common, and we're very grateful every time that someone asks for that. So when we were creating the ecosystem or the platform for the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, we came out with the idea of having a referral program where you put the U.S. BAEC logo on your website, you grab your custom link from the application that we have on our platform, put it on your logo, and then every time that someone clicks on that logo and join the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, you will make 15% commission for that online referral, right? So we want everyone to know about the referral program that we have under the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. You'll get 15% for the time that that membership is active, if it is coming from you. Now, I'm a strong and firm believer of education. That's something that I have invested the most time in the last 12 years under the Hispanic Chamber of E-commerce, and I'm pretending, or I'm planning to do the same with the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. I know that it works. Every time that we host an event with a specific topic, focus on addressing a specific issue in the business community, someone benefit from it. And if from one webinar we can help one business owner, the job is done. The rest is just like, like a gift from heaven. So we're gonna start our series of webinars starting in July. We already have three really good webinars in the schedule, in the agenda. Two of them are in English, one is in Spanish. So we have three coming up. We're gonna start the Legacy series in July, and I think you're gonna love that. We're gonna invite folks that already created such a successful career that they are gonna be able to leave a legacy behind. So the legacy series starts in July. We have a webinar about influencers marketing. We have the Plan Virtual de Negocios, which is going to be an 8-week program to teach Spanish-speaking entrepreneurs in the U.S. how to start their online business or how to start selling online. So Legacy Series, strategic partnerships, extremely important. I believe in collaboration, and I believe in working with private and public organizations that are supporting small businesses and entrepreneurs with our priorities and with our values. We welcome them to join us in this effort of building wealth and empowering our business community. Innovation and actually makes sense to them. So let's see, go to the next slide. A little slow because live stream. So within the portal of the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, right now you will see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 marketplaces as part of this business ecosystem. Later down the road, you will start seeing other business associations, other communities focus on some specific needs. I strongly believe that online marketplaces are going to start playing a very key role in the growth and development of our economy as a result of this pandemic. We're going to start seeing online marketplaces, addressing some specific needs in different industries, and hopefully we'll start connecting some of them, invite them to list those online marketplaces within the USBEC list of. So you go to our website and you go to marketplaces, scroll to what we business associations, then you will see the different entities that are part of the ecosystem. So I talked about the importance of online marketplaces for economic development. Not only too much of this presentation that because that's probably content for a different time, but with this pandemic, I strongly believe that you can use technology and you can use the internet to increase the recovery of our economy through online marketplaces. One thing that they help with is that they help to close the trust and experience gap. And what it means by that is like if you are gonna do business with someone in Arkansas or Illinois or Texas or anywhere anywhere else in the state that do not belong at Chamber of Commerce, and they probably don't have many reviews online because they didn't have an online presence, but they happen to be member of an online marketplace that it has a good reputation. So for example, they joined the US Business Association of E-commerce, a business that have been in business probably for 3 4 years, maybe 10 years, and no one really much know about them except for the people around their community, but they have a great product and service that they can actually sell to anywhere in the US. So if someone is a little hesitant about like, oh, I don't know, should I send my payment, are they gonna fulfill their obligations, etc., that's where like a branded marketplace, online marketplace, can play a key role in facilitating these transactions because they're gonna know like, oh, you're a member of this group. Oh, me too. Or I know about them. They have great reviews, so I feel comfortable doing business with you. And that's part of the role of chambers of commerce and business associations. They help to build trust and confidence amongst members because they feel like they are part of something as a family. So the trust factor increases by knowing that you both are members of this group, or at least you are part of another group that has very good reviews and very good reputation. So that helps uh, to streamline a relationship. Second, the online cases facilitate exports even the smallest business. I had to put this slide because right now, like I'm breaking my head trying to figure out like how San Diego is gonna come out of this pandemic, knowing that tourism, of course, military by the way, but tourism industry is very important in San Diego, and there are hundreds of thousands of business, but then hundreds in the tourism industry. So I was thinking like, how can we help to create new business opportunities in the area? And the first answer was like export. So if you can find, or if there are not enough business opportunities in San Diego, you have to find them somewhere else. You know? So with the internet and the online tools that we have available right now, we can expand our market easily. So for more small businesses, for more American small businesses to start selling their products and services, even if you want to consider out of as an export, I want you to start thinking like that. I want you to start thinking your business as a that your potential clients are in a global market or national. It's extremely important that now you click that switch in your head and then you start thinking, okay, if I don't have enough business in Diego or in Chicago or somewhere else, you know that there's plenty of business out, regardless of the crisis or the pandemic that we're going through right now. So online marketplaces help to increase small business competitiveness. This presentation is going to be available online. You guys to go into detail with. I'm just sharing some information that can help you to understand why we're doing what we're doing. We strongly believe in the positive impact that online marketplace can have at the local, state, and federal level in our economy. And there is plenty of data that showcases the benefit of that. A great example is what has been in line with Alibaba. They have helped many underrepresented entrepreneurs to have access to a global platform to promote their products and services. And there is no reason why America have that type of visibility for their business owners, for the more than 30 million small business owners. So everyone that is playing a leadership role in the business community, regardless of where you are right now, it's important that you start motivating entrepreneurs and business owners in your community to go online and to start thinking globally, because that's going to give us a very, very strong foundation to growing our economy. And also, online marketplaces provide a lot of benefits for consumers, and consumer benefit lower prices. They have choices. They can conveniently find what you're looking for without having to go through many different sites. Imagine going to, like, you're trying to find business cards, and then you don't want to business with some of the popular online printing that are out there. You want to go low, and you start to go to like 30 different websites, like individually, or you just go to one market, you see the options, and see like, oh, I want to do business with this person because it's a friend of whoever. Recommendations, that happen in the online world also. So they do have benefit for the final consumer. Something that we're going to be working on, we already started working on, is like we will disrupt to some extent the import-export business that is happening right now, especially with Mexico. We have a lot of folks that buy really cheap in Mexico, and then they bring those products to US, but because they go through different levels, the consumer is paying way more what they should pay for. But if that fine buy will have purchased that product from the source. So we're gonna be pushing a lot for those type of transactions. We're gonna try to disrupt that ecosystem as much as we can with the knowledge that we have of both markets and the connections that we have of both markets. We'll be able to help exporters on both sides are interested in a specific end consumer markets. We're gonna be working to facilitate those relationships. So that's gonna be one of our priorities. Let me move to the next slide. So talked earlier about the importance of for corporations to use their money wisely for whatever resources they have available for the community. It is important that those dollars go to programs that are actually going to provide some value to business community. Galas, big events with, like, I have heard all these give $1 million to one event, and you have 500 people in that specific. And organizing events that big, they're very expensive. So I get it. But you invest $1 million into an event where you're going to have 1,000 people, and after that there is no follow-up, there is nothing, like you don't know what happened after that. So what I'm going on, my point here is like corporations that are going to be investing dollars in the business community in the next months, please tell your folks that are engaging with community leaders and with organizations like ours to really do the research. I understand that it's a lot of like relationships. I've seen it. Sometimes you have a proposal that it's okay, the other one is better than the one is okay, but the okay one has a connection with the person that puts the proposal and it moves, right? So right now, because of the pandemic and the needs that are in the marketplace, I'm encouraging business leaders and decision makers at those levels to really do your research and try to support organizations, chambers of commerce, business associations that are going to provide real value to the business community, because this is the time that we need the most. I mean, we have none of us ever lived through something like this in the past. So I'm telling you, it is extremely important that every dollar that you invest in the community is with the purpose of actually helping small businesses. So we're gonna put every sponsorship dollar at work. So if you go to our sponsorship page, you will see that for X amount of dollars, we're gonna be able to serve X amount of business based on the expenses that we'll serve. We want our work to an economic impact in everything we do. So these are some of the metrics that we're gonna be measuring, and I'm gonna show you the first work that we have collected as part of the association. So total number of products and services promoted through the association, that is one metric. Jobs created is an important metric, especially now with so much unemployment going. Average revenue generated. We want businesses that join the association to increase revenue after 1 year of the business was or being promoted in the association, or by implementing digital strategies as part of their business model. Average salary paid. So if maybe a company doesn't increase the total number of employees, but the average salary went from 36,000 to 40,000, I think that's a good metric to follow to see how is that company improving revenue. Of course, sales volume. We want to see members of the association to increase sales revenue. They already have whatever they have going on. They add online business strategy as part of the picture, and then combine those two to get the results. I'm about to be done with this presentation, so I wanted to show you a few screenshots of the site. I'll show the site in a minute, but we already have really high quality exporters in our site. I'm very excited about it. So we have seafood, we have fruits, we have copper products, as you can see right there from the copper design. And what I like about that company, and this is actually what I like about the work that I do and job that we're doing, the U.S. Business Association of Commerce. We get to talk to very incredible and amazing entrepreneurs. This company, the Copper Design, are able to ship any product on their website from Mexico, from the actual people that are making these pieces, from Mexico to anywhere in the US, and you can only order one piece. So if you like products, go to Copper Design link on our site, and you're gonna find incredible stuff at the best price that you can imagine. And that's one of the companies I'm very excited about. They are verified supplier under our standards, so we're gonna be actually promoting them. So that's how the online catalog looks like. This is how a product listing looks like. In a month or probably less than a month, you will see the shopping cart there. So if you want to buy this specific product, like round bath sink, $124, you'll be able to buy it through our business portal. Try to make things as simple as possible. This is how the box, the news page looks like. So as a business, as a member of this business association of e-commerce, you have access to an application that allows you to put any type of content that you want on our site, as long as you love it. And that helps to give visibility with our audiences that are coming to our website. So make sure that you can look at that. So this is a report, guys. This is what we have able to accomplish so far. I'll go with the report, which is from 12, which on June 9, but seeing like an increase of sign-ups on June 12. So from June 12 to June 19, we had 116 companies as members of the U.S. Business Association of Commerce. They employ 6,369 people. 34 of them are exporting, and estimated annual revenue, if we combine all of them, is over $1 billion. So, of course, we have a huge company in our membership database right now, Group O, which generates more than $900 million. So that's why it reached the 1 billion so easy. But it's just an example of what can happen at the U.S. Association of E-commerce. It also, if you're a mom and pop operation, you're a $1 billion or a multi-billion dollar operation, you can still benefit from this if you understand the importance of joining a business association that has a strong online presence, that is attracting so many different potential buyers from different countries. And that's the next slide here, which is different countries that are part of the association. We have businesses from Mexico, of course, the US, of course, it's taking some Spain, Bangladesh, Colombia, and Thailand. So in total, we have 20 international companies out of the 116. So 94 US companies and 20 are exporter international companies that found our association online, our online marketplace. They like what they saw and they ready. So this is the report for the first 2 weeks. Now, 3 ways that you can help us out moving forward. First of all, if you are on any of our social media profiles, we also have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter account, we have our LinkedIn company page, we have our Instagram, our new YouTube channel, and podcast. We don't have any content on the podcast yet, but in July we will start in the first episodes. You can leave us a review on Google. You know, we are in a good state in Google. People will find out about the U.S. Business Association of Commerce. That can help drive more traffic to the site. Everyone can benefit. And the other thing is that the program, please make sure that once you sign up to the site that you get your custom link and you start using it. I mean, you're going to generate 15%. And so why not, right? So let's see if I can show you for the next 2-3 the US Business and Commerce website. So are the communities that I was telling you about earlier. Okay. I don't know how fast I'm going to be able to navigate because we are streaming to different sites right now. The thing that I want you to know is that once you register in our portal, you will see. Actually, let me go to home because I'm already signed up. I want to show you what you see after you log into the site. So this is what you see right now. This is gonna actually change. So that's the other thing, that this platform is gonna be constantly changing because we're gonna keep optimizing the portal as much as we can. So this landing page, if you want to call it that way, after you sign up, it is going to change. But this is how it looks right now. So when you register and you activate your link, you sign up. This is what you're currently seeing. You come to the applications tab, and you see the different applications that are available right now. If you click on available apps, this is where you select an app and you activate it. So all of these applications are already activated. Okay, the online catalog, the business listing, the blog, deals for special offers, photo galleries, and the referral app. So this is what I was telling you about the referral program. That's the referral app. Um, let me see if, so this is your custom link right here. So you use this custom link, and like I said, every time that someone signs up using your custom link, you will see when you click here under the wallet right here, you will see the money that is coming in into your account. So that's the referral app, the business listing, super straight forward. Click on your business listing, you provide your contact information, picture of your business, link to your social media profiles, your address. You can add tags right here. And this is like key because this is how people can find you on our internal search engine. So make sure that you use tags to highlight what your business is all about. Very simple, like I said. You fill out this form. Make sure that you select business right here when you save your business so it can actually get listed on the business directory. Okay, so that's the success message. So applications here on the left, and this is how you manage all your content. You click visualize. This is how your listing looks publicly on the business directory. You have your pictures right here. There actually this part right here is going to change, like I said. But if you have articles posted on your blog, you click on the blog app. Sorry, I just I'm showing the White House right there. So you click the blog app, and whatever content that you have shared will be listed here. See, we have a couple of articles that we have posted. You can post pictures, you can post videos in here. So products, coupons, etc. So that is the website. That's our website. Make sure that you sign up when you have an opportunity. We have a 30-day free trial. It's $19 after that if you're a small business. So let me go to I might change this right here. So like I said, if you're a small business, you pay $20 after the 30-day free trial. So we try to keep it very affordable. Of course, that our idea is to get as many sponsors as we can right now because we know that there are a lot of businesses struggling. So that's my work right now, day to day. I try to get support, and this is something that I've been doing for 12 years here in San Diego. I mean, my goal is to get access to resources that can help us to help the small business community. And we're very straightforward with the value that we provide. So right now, over the next few weeks, I'll be reaching out to more corporations that I think can be a good fit for the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce, and hopefully we will get enough sponsors to provide memberships at no charge to as many businesses as we can. As much as we would like to help out without charging, For us, it's a little difficult because of the expenses that we have in terms of like bandwidth and the resources that we use to keep the environment going and working efficiently for our members. But I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to get the support of uh, public and private corporations that are truly committed to supporting small businesses. We will give them a good option, a good way to do so. And hopefully, we'll be able to engage with a lot of them in the next few months and in the years to come. Um, in the next few weeks, like I said, you're going to be learning more about the association. We will keep the weekly reports, no, bi-weekly. They're going to be bi-weekly reports going, so you can see how the association is growing. It's going to be a very interesting exercise to follow because it is a platform, and you know, with a business model as it is, if you don't get one side of the equation completed, the other one stops and you don't see that momentum moving forward. So we'll be engaging with as many folks as we can that can contribute to uh, or that can help to build that momentum, because when you get to a certain level that we know what it is, uh, the association will start growing larger in access to resources and benefits for the members and stuff. So um, I'm very surprised that I'm in time. I didn't want to make this over an hour presentation. I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. This was the first online event for the U.S. Business Association of E-commerce. There are many more to come. Like I said, we will have very special guests under the Legacy series. And also, I really look forward to working with business leaders and experts that can provide value to our community. It will be exciting, to have like the big names and stuff, but it's not necessary. We just want to have folks in our webinar that can provide value to our audience. Motivation is it's good, but we're looking for folks that can provide practical tips, practical content for our audience to implement at their convenience in their businesses. And hopefully, many of you can provide those webinars at no cost, or maybe we can get a sponsor that can help us to provide as many webinars as possible for, I mean, at no cost for our membership. I know that there are thousands of webinars out there right now, so we're gonna try to keep it specific to our niche, which is e-commerce, digital economy. We want to make sure that if you come to us for answers related to the digital economy, that you can find them one way or another, either by calling us or because of the content that is published on our site, the contacts that we have, which is another very key value provided by our organization. These are relationships that we've been able to build over the years, and it only takes us a text message or a phone call, and they'll be willing to help us out because we respond the same way when they contact us uh, for something similar, for like a favor of something. So thank you so much again for watching us live this evening. I look forward to working with many of you. Um, I forgot to mention something about the communities. There is one community that I have a very particular interest in, and that's rural businesses across the country. I was very excited to receive a call from a person in a very remote town in Montana that found us online and he was very curious about the association. He was asking a lot of questions because he's about to launch his business and he's trying to find ways to give his business more visibility. Of course, you can get plenty of visibility through platforms like Amazon, Alibaba, and many other online marketplaces that are available out there. How we're going to try to differentiate ourselves is uh, through the online business association component that is tagged to our organization. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't think that business association chambers of commerce are going to become irrelevant, but they have to innovate. They have to improve their their way of doing business, and they have to follow the trends that are dictating the market right now. So a business association with a digital platform, that's being relevant right now. That's being on top of what is happening in the marketplace. A business ecosystem that is going to connect different players for the benefit of all, that's key right now. A business ecosystem where you can post your products and services and sell them online without having to go anywhere else, that's key right now. So we're going to keep adding as many resources as we can to help you reach new markets, reach new contacts, have access to the answers that your business need right now, keep moving forward. Like I said, we are living on an unprecedented time. No one has lived anything like this before. Don't tell me like, oh yeah, like the recession 2008 or nah. I'm sorry, but this is a completely different ball game, and we need to adjust to the current necessities. I'm sorry, the current trends, and we're gonna have to reinvent ourselves in certain or in some specific topics or in some specific areas at the personal and professional level in order to stay competitive in the market. So we'll be providing as much information as we can. We're gonna stay as active and as visible as we can, and when time allows, we will finally have our full-time staff in DC working for us because it is important for a national association to have a strong presence in DC. We will have it right now. It's just going to be later down the road because of the pandemic. But we're going to stay very active in the marketplace. We're going to engage with anyone that it's supporting small businesses and it is supporting the digital economy and it's facilitating anything that has to do with e-commerce and economic empowerment of small businesses through innovative ways of doing business, technology, education. We want to work with all of you. We want to partner with the folks that share our values for the benefit of our members and the business community across the country. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support, and we will stay in touch. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening and have a nice weekend. Take care.